signing ceremony to formalize the commercial agreement between IQI Realty, a Dubai-headquartered global marketing and real estate firm, and Malaysia's #1 property site, iProperty.com Malaysia. Now, this is the first collaboration of its kind between a digital company and a real estate agency in Malaysia. So that's a pretty big deal. And this will set a new benchmark for cross-collaboration between partners in the real estate industry right here in Malaysia. Now, I'd like to invite Mr. Harish Kupchandani, CEO of REA Group for Singapore, Malaysia, to tell us more about the collaboration and how it will change the way Malaysia experiences property. Welcome, Harish. I'm a home buyer. How many of you here are home buyers? Yes? When I was looking for my property 3 years ago, I actually found my property on iProperty.com. Okay? Because, hey, how many of us actually have time to drive around and look at all of the numbers of the real estate agents on the homes anymore? And there's so many wonderful properties on the market, and it really, really helped a lot to narrow down that search for us, and we found the perfect home, so thank you. We come to the key event of the day, and I would like to invite the signatories and the key representatives here to sign the documents and formalize this agreement between their respective companies. So I'd like to invite up the signee representing IQI Realty, Mr. Kashif, Group CEO of IQI Global, and representing iProperty.com Malaysia, Mr. Harish Kupchandani, CEO, Singapore, Malaysia, REA Group Asia. And of course, today's agreement is witnessed by Ms. Sheila Tan, Group Executive Director of IQI Global, and Mr. Leon Kong, General Manager, Agent of iProperty.com Malaysia. Alright, so now we will proceed to the signing. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, the formalization of this commercial agreement between IQI Realty and iProperty.com Malaysia will see IQI and its agents leveraging iProperty.com's digital and non-digital solutions, connect the two, and provide agents with access to data to help customers make accurate and informed property decisions. And as we heard from both CEOs earlier, this agreement is effective immediately and will see iProperty.com and IQI set new benchmarks for cross-collaboration between partners in the real estate industry. And so now we have the documents being signed by the witnesses. Okay, and pass back to Harish and Kashif. And now they will exchange the documents and formalize the agreement between two market leaders in Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, IQI and iProperty.com Malaysia. A historic day in the history of both companies. And may this lead to greater heights and further horizons for both. For members of the media, I'd like to invite our witnesses and Harish as well as Kashif to stand in front of the table for another photo before we proceed to the press conference. So just one more photo in front of the table. Okay. Okay, the agreement. All right. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's do the pointing of the documents.
I want to buy that coffee.
Let's all look very closely at the document. Yes, let's look closely at the document and point at, yes, point at the signature.
The G7.
Okay. And the G7 handshake. Congratulations to iProperty.com Malaysia and of course IQI. We'd like to invite our CEOs to the table again for our press conference where we will address questions from the media. Ms. Sheila and Mr. Leon, you're welcome to join us. Congratulations again, gentlemen, for this historic moment. Members of the media, just some general housekeeping. We welcome all questions related to the event today. Please do state your name and your organization before asking your question. Okay, could we have the first question, please?
Okay, I think what I have said in my speech is I just add on, technology is the future and everybody understand. And every time, this is what I push to our team, you know, like earlier time, some of the agent, they have this feeling, once the technology is out, agent will be out of the business. And today agreement, and this is what we always, iProperty or these portals are here to make you strong, is not to make you out of the industry. And I think this is what we have achieved. And that's the success of IQI. You know, like we do believe in data, and the time we started, that's how the success of IQI. We believe in technology, and we used to collect data. Try to understand. We have a very strong team of boots on the ground. We have a very strong team, and we work closely with the developer, giving them information, what's there in the market. And project you have seen, how fast we close the sales, that is the success. Before the launch, we work closely, how to market, what kind of people they're looking for. And you won't believe, at the moment I'm sitting here and we are planning 2020, the project. And we have a meeting after that. Who are the buyers? Harish, you're one of them.
Maybe in another few years. I noticed another member of the media just now wanted to ask a question. Sorry, just now.
Sorry, hi. I wanted to ask you, so what immediate changes would all of us see on the website when you're portal?
From an iProperty side, we're not making immediate changes because of this commercial agreement. We've already released new apps, new site experiences in the last 6 to 9 months, right? Where we've seen record highs. So in August, we had 12 million people visit our site, which is the highest ever in the history of iProperty, which has been homegrown in Malaysia. I think in the case of with Kashif, we have a dedicated team now focusing on IQI. And you know, they'll be spending time, we have a routine, we have an account planning, they'll be spending time with IQI with regards to making sure that we are updating them, educating them, training them on all the different solutions and how they can leverage the portal better. And obviously we'll be doing a lot of joint marketing given our non-digital and digital solutions coming together across the region. There's obviously a lot of activities planned, and we can't divulge the details for obvious reasons. But I think our engagement will take on a whole new level as we focus on collaborating versus transacting.
It's like getting more closer and to understand and utilize the product as much as possible. Because this is what we have seen the earlier time. The agent, when they join, they don't have much information. They are not educated properly. We know what they have told is just go there and okay, you have to make a portal. But this relationship, we have a dedicated team of people from iProperty, which will be working closely. And I can assure, this is the assurance I get from each and every, I'm telling this to the team, IQI, my team is here. Everyone will be taken care of individually, isn't it, Harish?
We will be working very closely.
You mentioned earlier in your speech that this is about empowering the real estate agents as well. So how exactly can this collaboration immediately start empowering them in getting those properties across to consumers and property investors?
In a digital world, data is been one of the most biggest assets. If you read The Economist, they'll tell you data is the new oil or new currency, for example, right? But the problem with data is not a lot of people today know how to capture data, manage data, translate data into insights, and then into actions. And that's what we've done with IPIQ, our data product. There are a lot of other organizations out there who claim to have data. The problem is, if you don't know how to clean data, manage data, data in is like garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
So we have data scientists, data engineers in our organization who know how to capture data, clean up data, and have the right data sets going through. So across all states, we're the only organization today that have data feeding into our systems that we now translate out into insights. So we have Bank Negara partnering with us, we have some of the banks partnering with us, we have some of the developers partnering with us using our data to make decisions around property and get insights around property transactions and so on and so forth. So with data, to me, gives you insights into what's happening. So a simple example, if I'm an agent, I want to be able to have inventory of units in areas where people want to buy. But if I have inventory of units in areas people don't want to buy, my chances of selling is very low.
So how do I use data to understand consumer behavior? How do I use data to understand where people are buying, what they're transacting, what's the average price, so that I can make sure I'm in line with consumer behavior and consumer trends? If I don't use data, there is absolutely no way for me to be on the mark to serve the demand. So data gives you those kind of insights, right? That will allow agents then to do the right thing and serve the right customers in the right way.
That's what the change we have bring into the market, like with IQI, using the data analytics, and then we have a dedicated team with our digital marketing team. We analyze, and this is what we empower, like kind of marketing, and trust me, it really helps. So if you use the data properly, I agree what Harry says, there are a lot of data is there in the market, and then people they do have, but they don't know how to utilize it. For us, from the day one, that was the importance. If they're as of today, IQA is not only the largest by size of the number of agents, our support team is such a big team. And the reason is you have every dedicated team working on each and every transaction and what's going on and the future plan, how we can do it, and what kind of trend is going on, where the new industry, the factory, the roads, that's all also data. So what are the trends of the people and what are the new things coming on? So that's how all geography works.
Trust becomes very important, and data helps build that trust, builds that bridge. So if you're buying a property, you as a consumer want to know you're buying it at the right price or at a decent price. You're not overpaying for it. You don't mind underpaying for it, but you don't want to overpay for it. The data gives you that single version of the truth, and we want to use that data with different agencies to be able to empower agents to build that trust with the consumer as well.
Do we have any further questions from the media?
Yes, please.
Hi.
Yes.
Ask another question. You just mentioned trust, building trust and engagement between the agent and the consumer. So without this data, how have we been transacting actually all these past years?
We've just been doing it. But does anybody know, but one of the biggest, but if you think about consumers' journey to buying a property, the question they ask, is this the right price, right location? How do I know? Now, how do I know if I'm paying too much or too little? What happens? Then the agent say, no, don't worry. I tell you, unit number 0501 transacted at this price. You actually, Keegan is laughing, right? Unit number 0501, they transacted at this price. I'm telling you, this is for sure. Now, at the end of the day, this is a people business. They trust the people they're dealing with, right? But if you want to add a greater sense of legitimacy to the point, that's what data does. Now, we've had a lot of data, but the ability to translate that data into insights has always been lacking, and it's there now. And that's where we've made that investment in Malaysia to be able to provide that level of insight. Data in itself is useless, but if you translate data into insights, which is what we've done with IPIQ, that's where value gets derived. And if an agent can provide that value to a consumer, that's where trust gets built.
I can add some of the product that we're helping the agent to build trust from the consumer. Very simple. When the agent try to sell a condominium to the investor, okay, say if this property you pay at this price, you get certain rental yield itself. So then the consumer will ask, hey, where you get this information? The agent will say that because of previous transaction. Then actually we have provided a product that called Agent Analytics to our agent to show to our customer, say that hey, if you're looking for this building, we can share with you in the last 6 months, this building, how many inquiries have received. And then with this inquiry received, definitely is demand is there. So you will further strengthen their confidence there to make the decision to buy.
Thank you, that was excellent information shared. May I ask also, how long is this collaboration expected to last? And do you see extension or further collaboration with each other in the future?
I think it's just the beginning of our relationship, and I think we are looking forward. And it's not only Malaysia, we are a global company and they have a global presence, so why not? We are not restricted. We'll be working closely on some other territories, and you'll be hearing soon.
Okay, we look forward to it.
Yeah.
So if there are no further questions, I'd like to thank...
I just add
Yes,
the last
sure,
thing.
Rashid, yes.
So on the technology front, this is just the beginning from IQI. We'll be doing more things. Just to tell you, we are just, because we have a presence in Dubai, and something right now, we are embarking into blockchain on the IQI front. And because being in Dubai, you have to do transaction on blockchain. So this is something exciting, but trust me. So once you hear the news, we are not into cryptocurrency. Blockchain has nothing to do with the cryptocurrency. So, but the idea is the documentation, how the process. So I can say something very good is like maybe the first experience of the Malaysian home buyer on blockchain will be via IQI.
Wow, we look forward to hearing more about that. Exciting times ahead for both companies. Thank you so much, Harish, and also Kashif, and also Leon and Sheila. Thank you so much to all the members of the media for your questions and also for your presence here today. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Congratulations again. We'd now like to invite everyone to join us for refreshments outside. Thank you so much for joining us again this morning. I'm Sheahnee Iman signing off. Thank you and have a great day.